Hi, this is Frank Shamrock, MMA legend, UFC superstar, and you're listening to MMA Crib Fighting Talk.
Gregory Stone, MMACrib.com. Joining me on today's show, we have Tito Ortiz's social media manager and very close friend, Jay.T from Punishment Athletics. Welcome to the show, Jay.
How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Not too bad. Now, Jay, I know you sent me an interview with Justin McCulley. Obviously, there's two sides to every story. You obviously have something you want to say. You spoke to Tito earlier this morning. What did you make of the interview with Justin, and what would you like to say?
I heard the interview with Justin McCulley. Justin McCulley, was part of Tito's close inner circle for a very long time, training with him, working with him. They had a very, very close relationship at one time. But what I don't like that's going on right now, there's one thing with hyping a fight, there's one thing with promoting a fight. But once you start bringing somebody's family and personal business into the promotion of a fight, that's where I draw the line. And that's why Tito is so disgusted with what's going on right now, because you do not bring personal business into this game. It's not the right thing to do. And what these guys are doing are very, very disrespectful to Tito and his family. I'm not impressed with this one bit. I had a lot of respect for Stephan Bonnar at one point. Good fighter, he always brings it. But these antics that he's doing right now, it's stooping to a new low, and it's completely disgusting. And a lot of people are not impressed with this behavior, one bit.
Now, would Tito Ortiz ever potentially pull out the fight with Stephan due to this? Because you tagged me you tagged the MMA Crypt in a tweet that Stephan Bonnar made the other day. This was before the fight announcement and the scuffle in the cage. It was basically Stephan Bonnar comparing Tito Ortiz to War Machine. He blatantly called him a wife beater, basically. Now, it doesn't seem to be getting any better. We all heard what he said in the cage. So, Tito's got about 8 weeks of this to come. So, obviously, he's an emotional guy. He doesn't need his family bringing into stuff. Would he ever potentially pull out the fight if it gets too much and Stephan continues with this verbal abuse?
We will not allow this to happen. The close inner circle around Tito Ortiz are individuals that truly care about him. We are a small group, but we will not tolerate any slander and BS towards him or his family. Comparing Tito Ortiz to War Machine is like comparing an apple to an orange. Completely different circumstances. Tito Ortiz was not charged with any domestic violence against any woman. He did not put his hands on any woman. And his ex, not his wife, because he was never married, his ex live-in girlfriend, mother of his twins, accused him of something he did not do. War Machine, on the other hand, did something that was completely wrong. Violence against women is wrong, and Tito Ortiz never put his hands on a woman. And Stephan Bonnar is using this angle as a coward to get under Tito's skin, but it's not working because the real people know the truth. And the truth is Tito Ortiz did not put his hands on Jenna Jameson.
Well, you said that you would not allow this to happen. You would not allow Stephan Bonnar to keep slandering Tito Ortiz. But how would you stop it? Like I mentioned, would Tito pull out the fight? That's one way of stopping it. But other than that, how would you stop it? Because it doesn't seem like Stephan Bonnar is willing to relent on these accusations.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? There is nothing there's nothing to go after Tito Ortiz on. He hasn't done anything. Okay, they're just pulling up information from years ago. Tito Ortiz is no longer with that woman. He's with a woman now who's caring, loving, respectful, and they have a wonderful family together with his twins. The information that Stephan Bonnar is pulling and squeezing at is old information from years ago. So it's like talking about it's like a broken record over and over and over again, listening to the same crap, because there's no new information on Tito, because he hasn't done anything. He's been living a positive, healthy lifestyle, and he's enjoying his family, he's training hard, and he's healthy. People can't stand to see the man happy. And with Justin McCulley coming out of the woodwork, people, they take off his mask in the cage, and people are like, who is that guy? If it wasn't for Tito Ortiz, people wouldn't even know who Justin McCulley was, because Tito gave Justin McCulley the opportunity to get into the UFC. and he was a UFC heavyweight, and did he do anything in the UFC? No. Stephen Bonner is known for losing to Forrest Griffin. That's his claim to fame. And he gets put into the Hall of Fame. You put Stephen Bonner into the UFC Hall of Fame before you put somebody like Frank Shamrock. This is what I'm saying. This is a travesty. So Tito speaks up about Stephen Bonner getting into the UFC Hall of Fame, and all of a sudden this beef started years ago. And now he's pulling out this crap on Tito and bringing his family into it. Dude, in San Diego on November the 15th, you are going to see what's going to happen. Stephen Bonner he's gone down a line that is so wrong. You don't bring somebody's family into this. It's just not right.
What was your reaction when you heard him say that about Jenna? I thought it was below the belt. You don't go mentioning people's girlfriends, wives, etc., people's family altogether. You know, instantly it's below the belt. Tito's been attacked in the past about Jenna. I find it disgusting. People constantly keep bringing him up. A way to get at him, and to get him angry in the public so he can lose his temper. Well, basically, do you think they was trying to get Tito to lose his temper and possibly attack him?
This is their card that they're pulling. They're using her as a pawn. But what people don't seem to realize is the man went through hell with this woman. He tried to get her help on many occasions. He has full custody of his children. Why does Tito have custody of his beautiful twins? Why? Because he's not a good father? He's an amazing father. Why do you think the court did not give custody to Jenna Jameson? Why? Because she's such a wonderful mother? No, because Tito's a great father. She never showed up to court to get the custody and visitation for the children. He went to court. He fought for his children. He got his children, and he's raising his children like a good father. What is she doing? Getting tattoos on her arms every week? Posing all over the Twitter and all over the internet, going to parties? This is what a mother is going to do when she's got twins? No. These guys are reaching, and these guys are pulling at things that don't even exist. And they're trying to get under his skin with this BS, and it's complete BS. That's what it is, complete BS. And I've lost so much respect for Stephen Bonner going down this angle against Tito Ortiz. It's so disrespectful, and on November 15th, Stephen Bonner is going to see what the hell is going to happen to him.
Well, we're talking about Tito Ortiz having a family here, and them, they're crossing the line a little bit here. Now, Justin McClure mentioned that Tito was having a drink, and obviously Tito went after him. Now, when people are calling your family in front of your face, you're going to go after them. Now, do you think that I always say, let people be themselves, let them be free, but there's a certain line that you don't cross. Now, attacking someone's family, that's, it's going to stray into the hands of the law for me, Jay.T, because, when you get into a cage, you sign for a fight, there's no laws, you can fight, you can scrap it out. So when Tito and Stephen meet in the cage, it's all fine. There's not going to be any charges pressed, but if these two keep picking at Tito and keep using the angles that they're using to get reaction from him, what happens if Tito is, he's having a bad day one day and he might snap, he might just hit one of them? What about if there was tussling in the cage and they accidentally fall on some poor innocent woman's leg and break it or something, then Tito's facing charges possibly? What about if he throws a punch and misses and it's an innocent person? Then Tito Ortiz is possibly facing charges. I know it's unlikely to happen, but
no. Tito, it's not going to get to that point. Tito, his head is on tight, and this kind of nonsense is not going to get under his skin. He's going to train hard. He's going to come into the fight healthy, and he's going to beat Stephen Bonner. These angles and these antics that these guys are pulling are complete slanderous bullshit. That's what it is. It's complete slanderous bullshit. And at the end of the day, okay, what a lot of these MMA fans don't realize is all these guys that were hanging around Tito Ortiz when he was the champion from 1999 to 2003 were all riding on his coattails. Tito Ortiz used to pay the bill every time they would go out, for the restaurants, for the clubs, for the hotels, for the limos, for the traveling, for everything. Who flipped the bill? Tito Ortiz. And all these guys that were around him were all a bunch of leeches and parasites just sucking off of him all the time. And then all of a sudden his career started to go, down the hill a little bit. Not because of him. His career changed because of the woman that was in his life from 2006 on to 2011. When you have a woman in your life that makes your life a living hell, do you think you're going to train properly? Do you think your head's going to be on straight? No. Prior to him being with Jenna Jameson in 2006, Tito Ortiz's record was 15-4. After Jenna Jameson came into his life, things changed because the woman ruined his life. Now she's gone. Now he's happy. Now he's prospering. Now he has people around him that love him and care about him, not because he's a fighter, because he's a good human being. And we stand behind him. And all these parasites and leeches are all popping out of the woodwork now trying to bring him down. That's not going to happen because we're not going to let it happen.
Now, you said that you'll never let it, Tito will never let it get to that point of hitting somebody. Was you sort of surprised to see Tito go after Stephan in the cage?
Listen, man, if Tito put his hands on Stephan Bonner, it's over. Stephan Bonner's going on and on about, I want to bleed. I can't wait to take his elbows. Tito Ortiz beat Forrest Griffin. Okay?
I felt like he beat him in the third fight too. I felt like he was robbed, personally. I just want to put it out there.
Tito beat Forrest Griffin on the third fight too, and he was robbed. And the whole entire UFC knows that Tito beat Forrest Griffin on the third fight at UFC 148. He was robbed on that. And then Stephan Bonner hasn't beat Forrest Griffin one time. And he's going to go, I can't wait to take... Who the hell has Stephan Bonner beat in his career? Nobody. Tito Ortiz has beat the best. He's hung with the best. And he's a UFC Hall of Famer because he earned it. And he's a 5-time defending champion. He's got five titles in his house on display. What does Stephan Bonner have? Absolutely nothing.
He's got Justin McCulley.
Huge difference. He's got Justin McCulley with his cornrows in his hair and a mask. Okay, looks like a gimp. Seriously, this is a level that we've got to. Like, what's next? Who are they going to pull out next? Like, seriously, they're going to pull out some more of the hanger honors from back in the day with Tito Ortiz, the guys that rolled on his coattails. If these guys want to play these kind of games with Tito Ortiz, they don't understand the power that we have. They want to play these kind of games. Watch and see what's going to happen. We can pull out some cards that can rock the world. We got some cards that we can pull out that they don't realize in the power that we have. And I work with a lot of the best guys in the industry. These guys work with who? Nobody. That's the difference. So if you want to play these games with Tito Ortiz, go ahead and try. Because at the end of the day, we're going to see who's going to win. And it's not going to be Stephan Bonner. It's going to be Tito Ortiz.
What did you make of the whole mask thing and Justin McCulley under the mask? Obviously, I thought it was great to get more reaction from Tito.
Seriously, people in the Bellator arena were like, "Who is that? Who is that guy?" Like, seriously, who is that guy? People didn't know who the hell it was because Stephan Bonner is reaching. He's trying to pull things from Tito's past to affect him, but these things don't matter because people don't care. The people that matter are around him, and we know the truth. Justin McCulley, I know things about you, my friend, but I'm not going to open my mouth and say things about you because I'm not like that. I'm not going to air dirty laundry on you, my friend. I'm not going to do that. You helped Tito in his career. Yes, you guys were great friends. You enjoyed some great times together. But what you're doing right now, my friend, is very, very low, and you should not be stooping to this level. Be a man and talk to him away from all of this bullshit. Don't do this on national television beside a guy that you met on some trip. All of a sudden you're best friends and you're going to help him beat Tito. Like, come on, dude. You're reaching. Be a man and deal with your issues away from the Bellator cage. Don't do it like this. This is complete lack of respect. You don't operate like this. It's very, very, very disturbing. That's all I have to say.
Is Tito willing to fight fire with fire? And, obviously you're mentioning you and Tito know a lot about Justin McCulley. If he continues to slander Tito, are you willing to reveal a few home secrets about Justin McCulley if need be? And
nope.
I say if need be.
Nope. I don't air people's personal laundry. I don't do stuff like that. I have respect. And Tito Ortiz is more of a man than any of these guys will be, and he will not do it because he's not going to stoop to this. How he's going to show the world that he's above these guys? He's going to go into that cage on November the 15th, and he's going to beat. He's going to send him away, so we don't have to listen to him anymore. Because what he's calling Tito Ortiz a virus, but Tito Ortiz held on his shoulders for many years. with guys like Ken Shamrock, with guys like Chuck Liddell. Stephen Bonner can't be put into that mix. He's dying to be put into that mix, but it will never happen because respect is earned. It's not given. And Stephen Bonner has this ego of his that he's just so incredible because he lost a fight to Forrest Griffin in 2005, and this has made him a megastar. How can you compare your career to a man who's defended his title 5 times and who's in the Hall of Fame because he earned it? And then you have guys like Frank Shamrock not even there. It's a travesty. It's an absolute travesty.
Well, you talk about respect earned. Now, when Stephen Bonner got on the mic, he said, how many Tito Ortiz fans do we have in the arena? And the whole arenas went crazy. Now, how much satisfaction did you get when you seen that reaction from the crowd?
How many Tito Ortiz fans do we have here? You know why you're Tito Ortiz fans? Because you don't know him.
Dude, like I said, respect is earned, not given. Tito put his time in. From 1997 up until now, he's put his time in. His career has been up, his career has been down, his career has been up. Everybody goes through peaks and valleys in their career, but he has put his heart on the line for years after year after year. People love him and people respect him. And you know what? You can't buy that. You can't buy it. He's a megastar because he earned it. And he loves his fans, and he's got people that love him. Like there's a saying, it doesn't matter how big your entourage is. It's better to have a small circle of people around you that truly care. And now, for the first time in his life, he's got people around him that will go to war for him. We don't want anything from him. We just want to love him and care for him and give him the support he needs. Whereas back in the day, he had a whole bunch of people around him with their hands open, begging for the money, and having him pay for everything. There's a huge difference. I know the truth, and they know the truth, but they're not going to say the truth because they're a bunch of cowards.
How's Tito feeling now? Is he in good spirits? Obviously, he attacked his family. He looks very angry on the night.
Of course, you know what? Of course, brother. Like, you wouldn't be good spirits if you can go into your beautiful house that you live in, and you have a woman that loves you and cares about you, and you have 2 beautiful twins that run up to you and say, "Daddy, we love you." You know, and you open up your door and you go onto your patio and you see a beautiful ocean. How could you not be happy with that? And he's healthy. And he's positive. How could you not be happy with a life like that? He's in a great spot right now, and people can't stand to see him happy because those people are negative leeches. But it's not gonna bring him down because we're not gonna let it bring him down. And he's a strong man. And on November the 15th, he's gonna do the talking with his fist.
Now, I'm not sure if this should be a question for Tito, but I spoke to Manuel Newton recently. Obviously, he's the Bellator light heavyweight champion. Now, he told me that he was in talks to fight Tito, and then apparently Bellator had bigger and better things for Tito Ortiz, which apparently turned out to be Stephen Bonner. So I would assume that Tito Ortiz turned down a title fight for Stephen Bonner, which in turn really does Stephen Bonner a favour. So you would sort of expect a little bit of class from Stephen Bonner instead of going at him in the sort of manner he did.
Stephen Bonner owes Tito Ortiz a lot because, you know, they're saying, "I'll make you famous." Well, Tito Ortiz is going to make Stephen Bonner famous, and he's doing it right now because if it wasn't for what Tito has done in his career, Stephen Bonner wouldn't have called him out. You don't call out nobodies, you call out somebodies. So it's all good. Stephen Bonner owes Tito Ortiz a lot of gratitude for what is going on right now. But he's crossed the line with the way he's handling his business right now. And it's disturbing, it's sick, and it's slanderous. But it's all good. It will be taken care of in due time. But you do not bring a man's family into the mix. That's where he crossed the line, and now he has to pay for it.
Well, before we leave, Jay.T, is there a message you'd like to leave for Justin McCulley and Stephen Bonner? Listen,
Stephen Bonner, I've met him on numerous occasions, and you know what? I had no problem. We spoke at the the MMA awards on a couple of occasions. We joked, about his walk-in song is one of my favorite songs. We spoke about that, whatever, blah blah blah, and I had no problem with Stephen Bonner. But now, the way he's conducting himself and the things he's doing, I've lost a lot of respect for him. I have lost a lot of respect for the way he's going after my friend and the things that he's doing to hurt Tito and his image. It's very, very wrong. And as far as Justin McCulley, listen, Justin, I know a lot of things, my friend, but I'm not going to say them because I'm not like that. Tito's done a lot for you. He's shown you things. He's taken you places. He's given you opportunities that others would never give you. What you're doing right now is wrong. It's just showing a lack of respect towards an individual that was such a big part of your life back in the day. What I would have done if I were you, I would have called him and say, listen, bro, let's sit down and talk man to man, mano a mano, and let's iron things out. But what you're doing right now is not the way to handle it. And it's wrong. It's very, very wrong. But I think in due time, after you realize what you've done, you'll probably apologize. But it's just not the right thing that's going on right now. Stephen Bonner and Justin McCulley, well, if that's what you guys want to do, so be it. Tito Ortiz is not going to stoop to that level. We're going to operate on a different level. And the operation that we're going to run is an operation of positivity and an operation of respect. We're not going to stoop to that level. And if they want to continue with this nonsense that they're pulling, then we're gonna pull out some wild cards from our pockets and stuff that will shock the world, because a lot of people don't realize the power that we have. And a lot of the men that I work with some of the best in the world. And if I need the help, all I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's on like Donkey Kong. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Tito Ortiz is going to prevail on November the 15th. That's all I got to say.
Could you give us a little hint on what the wild cards are about, please, Jay.T?
Wow, wild cards, bro. Like, if these guys want to continue doing what they're doing, and they want to slander my friend, and they want to talk BS about him, and try to ruin his image. Well, all I can tell you is I'll pull out the big guns, and I'll shock the world to back up my friend Tito Ortiz, because I will go to battle for him all day, every day.
There you have it, Stefan, Justin, you've been warned. From the MMA Equipped Fighting Talk Show, thank you for watching.